The invisible weight of financial anxiety. Robert wakes up at 3:17 a.m. and his mind immediately starts calculating. His pension check was $2,847 last month. His Social Security brought in another $1,923. The house payment is $1,156. Property taxes went up again this year to $347 monthly. He has $127,000 in his savings account, money he accumulated through 42 years of working at the power plant and living below his means. On paper, Robert should sleep peacefully. Instead, he reaches for the calculator on his nightstand and starts the math again. The numbers that keep him awake aren't the ones in his bank account. They're the ones at the grocery store, the gas station, and the pharmacy. His electric bill jumped from $89 to $156 over the winter. The same hamburger meat that cost $4.99 a pound last year now costs $7.49. His blood pressure medication increased from $23 to $41 for a month's supply when his insurance changed formularies. Every price increase feels like a personal attack on his financial security. Robert's morning routine starts with checking his bank balance online. He logs in before his first cup of coffee, scanning the account for any unexpected charges or automatic payments he might have forgotten. He checks it again after breakfast, then once more before lunch. The balance rarely changes between these checks, but the ritual provides a temporary sense of control over finances that feel increasingly unpredictable. This compulsive checking behavior reflects the broader anxiety that research shows affects many seniors, with studies indicating that 28% reported worse anxiety during the pandemic as financial pressures mounted. His trips to the grocery store have become exercises in comparison shopping and mental arithmetic. He walks the aisles with a calculator app open on his phone, comparing price per ounce between brands he never bothered to consider before. A jar of peanut butter that once took 30 seconds to select now requires 5 minutes of analysis. He finds himself buying smaller sizes of items to reduce the immediate cost, even though he knows the per unit price is higher. The psychological relief of spending $3.49 instead of $6.99 outweighs the mathematical logic. Robert's anxiety manifests in a pattern of declining invitations and avoiding activities that once brought him joy. When his daughter invites him to dinner at a restaurant, he calculates the cost of the meal, the gas to drive there, and the expected tip. The total might be $35, money he can easily afford, but the expense feels frivolous when he's spent the week agonizing over the price of groceries. He starts making excuses, claiming he's not feeling well or has other plans, rather than admitting the cost concerns him. His monthly poker game with friends becomes a source of stress rather than entertainment. The $10 buy-in hasn't changed in 3 years, but Robert now sees it as money that should go toward his increasing utility bills. He skips the game twice, then 3 times, until his friends stop calling. His absence from social activities isn't about the money itself, but about the mental energy he spends calculating and recalculating whether he can afford these small pleasures. Robert's fixed income creates a psychological trap where every price increase feels like a pay cut. His pension and Social Security remain stable, but they lose purchasing power as inflation drives up the cost of everything he needs. The hamburger meat, the gasoline, the prescription medications, and the property taxes all increase while his income stays the same. He experiences this as becoming poorer each month, even though his savings account balance remains steady. The grocery store becomes a battlefield where Robert confronts his changing financial reality. He remembers when a cart full of groceries cost $75 and now finds himself spending $125 for the same items. He switches from name brands to store brands, then from store brands to generic options. He buys day-old bread and marked-down produce, habits that save money but reinforce his feeling of financial decline. His utility bills create monthly anxiety cycles as Robert watches his electricity and gas usage obsessively. He keeps the thermostat at 65 degrees in winter and 78 degrees in summer, temperatures that save money but reduce his comfort. He unplugs appliances when not in use and turns off lights as he moves through his house. These conservation efforts save small amounts of money but consume significant mental energy as he constantly monitors and adjusts his usage. The shame Robert feels about his financial anxiety runs deeper than the actual money concerns. He worked hard for 4 decades, saved consistently, and planned for retirement responsibly. The financial security he built should provide peace of mind, but instead he feels like he's failing at managing money in retirement. He watches financial news and reads articles about seniors living comfortably, wondering why he can't shake the constant worry about expenses. Robert's medication decisions reveal how financial anxiety can become dangerous. When his doctor prescribes a new medication for his arthritis that costs $67 per month, Robert fills the prescription once, then stretches the pills by taking them every other day instead of daily. He doesn't tell his doctor about this adjustment because he's embarrassed to admit the cost concerns him. The reduced effectiveness of the medication leads to increased pain, but he convinces himself he's being financially responsible. The psychological burden of financial anxiety often exceeds the actual financial risk. Robert's savings account provides a substantial buffer for unexpected expenses, and his monthly income covers his basic needs with room to spare. Yet his mind operates in constant crisis mode, treating every expenditure as a potential threat to his security. Research confirms that financial stress leads to poor sleep quality, with 19% of seniors reporting worse sleep due to money worries, creating a cycle where anxiety disrupts rest and poor sleep increases anxiety. Robert's financial anxiety can be managed through budgeting strategies that provide clear spending guidelines and perspective shifts that separate emotional reactions from financial reality. Creating specific categories for entertainment, gifts, and discretionary spending can reduce the decision fatigue that makes every purchase feel like a major financial choice. But financial stress often intertwines with other daily burdens that seniors face, creating layers of complexity that extend far beyond money management.